Hello and welcome to the Highlands Digital News Spring 2015 broadcast. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Maeve. Today we will cover news and events from the Highlands campus from February through June of this school year. This spring, the Highlands Digital News marked its 5th year of production with a trip to a live newscast. Our news team and students from Miss Santiago's E&L classroom visited Telemundo Studios, where we went for an informative tour of all the facilities. All of the staff was friendly, and we learned a lot about broadcasting and editing. We'd like to give a special shout-out to our guide, Megan Maldonado, a former White Plains student. We also got an exclusive interview with world-renowned Emmy-winning news anchor Jorge Ramos.
So, Mr. Ramos, where were you from originally?
I was born, raised, and educated in San Juan, Puerto Rico. As a child, I went to school in Puerto Rico. When I finished my high school, I went to college, La Universidad de Puerto Rico's university. I studied there for 4 years, and upon graduation, I went to work in a radio station in Puerto Rico.
So, some of us are actually ESOL students.
Okay.
Did you have to learn English as a second language?
Absolutely, because my first language is Spanish. You know, everyone in Puerto Rico speaks Spanish. But I went to a private school, and going to a private school where we had American nuns. It was a Catholic school. So then all of them, spoke English. So most of the classes were in English. So, we learned English since I was in first grade. And then at home, I was practicing, with my parents speaking Spanish and English. So when I started, I worked, as I said before, in a radio station in Puerto Rico. But then when I came here to New York City, I went to work in a radio station, and then I went to work in a TV station, Channel 47 in Newark, New Jersey. I was the first reporter for this newscast, and that was 35 years ago. Many years, right?
Yes.
You were not born.
No. What advice would you give students interested into journalism?
What advice?
Yes.
Okay. So the first advice that I will tell them is, for them, first you have to realize that you really would like to do this job. As you saw the newscast, it's not an easy job. You have to have a lot of concentration, right? But if that's what you like, so then, of course, the most important thing is that you should go to college, and they, take your 4 years of journalism, right? At the end of those 4 years, most of those students do internships. For example, we have here students from college doing internships in journalism. And then once they come here, they can experience the different fields, the different aspects of the profession, and then they can decide, I would like to be a producer, or I would like to be a reporter, or I would like to be a news director, And that's the way how you should just, go about into getting into journalism.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos, for letting me interviewing with you.
Absolutely.
And let me go into build and see how you do all of this.
Oh, absolutely. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
While everyone in America was tuned into American Idol this year, Highlands students displayed their talents in our annual talent show. We also had a great preview of our spring play, Shrek Jr. Here's more on that.
Hello, what are your names and what were your roles in the play this year?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Erlin, and I was the musical director and the director of the play.
And I'm Miss Hart, and I was the stage manager and assistant director.
What was the play the students performed this year?
We performed the musical Shrek Jr.
Could you tell us a little about it?
Well, There is an enchanted forest, and Shrek has to travel through the forest and go to a castle where he meets this beautiful princess. He has to try to save the princess in order to save all of his fairy tale creatures from being evicted from the magical forest.
And little does he know that upon seeing this princess for the first time, it's true love at first sight. And little does he know that she is actually also an ogre. So in the end, we find out that true love is between the ogre and Princess Fiona.
And our cast was absolutely incredible. We had some amazing dancers, some singers. It was really an experience.
Thank you. This is Jasmine. I forgot the thing. Wait, keep going. This is Jasmine reporting from the Highlands Digital News.
This spring, students and teachers at Highlands gathered all of their technological resources to host our first ever Technology Expo. Parents and students were invited to see how we incorporate instructional technology into our daily lessons.
Hello, what is your name?
Mr. King.
What are you demonstrating today?
Well, technology is demonstrating the CO2 race cars here today. Should I keep going? If you look at our track, I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, we got a long track, we got all these fresh cars that are ready to go, and they're racing each other. There's a little capsule of gas in the back that we explode, and then the cars shoot down to the end of the track. That's it.
Thank you for sharing. This is Edwina reporting from Highland. Highland Digital.
This is Edwina.
Yes.
This is Edwina.
This is Edwina reporting from Highland Digital News. Hello, what is your name?
My name's Aiden.
And yours?
Brian.
So, how are you enjoying the Tech Expo today?
Oh, I like it so much, especially with the industrial tech. I think that's really cool with the compressurized air that you used to push the cars.
Yeah, they're great. I wish I had them when I was a kid.
What else did you like about it today?
Well,
Hello, what is your name?
Tracy.
What did you think about the evening?
Well, I had a really good time. I actually taught one of the sessions. I did the PTA session, so I got to share with the parents how I use the parent portal as a parent and where all the PTA information was on the site.
I'm Christian, and I've actually was helping out with one of my avid students teacher. I actually had a pretty good time explaining to parents and students about how everything works throughout Avid.
Thank you.
Nope.
Hello, what is your name?
Ryan.
And what did you think about this evening?
I was very grateful to be here tonight, especially I learned about a bunch of technology with cars. I also went into a screening room and I learned about all the keyboards, and I thought that I would like to come again.
Thank you.
Hi, I thought it was a huge success. We had more than 100 people come to Highlands to see the great technology that our students are exposed to and use to learn. And it was through the efforts, lots of effort by our staff and our students, and students presented as well as staff. I think it was a huge success.
Thank you. This is Emily reporting for Highlands Digital News.
This past winter, Highlands hosted 2 special guests. New York State Senator George Latimer and Assemblywoman Amy Paulin came to Highlands to visit classrooms and meet with students. Let's hear more from the participants and organizers of this visit.
But why don't we go around and you can say your name and then what the program is that you sort of are representing today.
Avid can help with questions you have, like during tutorial. We have tutorial Mondays and Wednesdays. So we have like about 3 tutors to help out. So we kind of point confusion and they help us get our.
We create a cohort and that cohort travels together throughout their educational experience, but the strategies that we use, you were in my classroom, so that idea of the small group discussions, that's an Avid strategy, so it now permeates the entire building. So it's not just those students who are benefiting from it, sort of everyone gets a little bit of it.
We talk about that testing doesn't define what we learn and how smart we are. So we also talk about the programs we have in the school.
The 8th graders also attended their annual dance on June 5th. It was a fabulous event that was covered by reporter Emily during our Highlands Digital News red carpet event. Be sure to click on the link below to view the entire video of the event.
Miss Bettina, you're retiring this year. Since this is your last 8th grade dance, is there anything you'd like to say about your Highlands experience?
I've been at Highlands or in the White Plains School District for 20 years, Highlands for 10 years. And Highlands is not a job, it's a passion, they're my family. I come to work every day smiling, looking forward to seeing the staff and the students. My experience here has been amazing and I'm very lucky to have worked here. I hope everyone has jobs as wonderful and as thrilling and as important as my job was.
What was your best experience?
Oh my goodness, I have so many great experiences, it's hard to pick one. But I think the best is, believe it or not, the assemblies in the morning. I love seeing the students in the morning and I enjoy just spending that few minutes with them before we start the day.
And what will you miss the most?
I'll miss you. I'll miss all the students. I'll miss just saying hi to them and them saying hi to me, and you're going to make me cry, so I'm going to miss everyone. I really want to thank the wonderful students I've had time to spend with, their parents who've given me their children, the incredible staff, the teachers, the teaching assistants, the cafeteria workers, the custodial staff, the security guards, our police officers. We all work together to enrich the lives of our students, and you make my life better. I learned from all of you. And I learned a dance for tonight that I hope to be able to do later, so that'll be good.
All right. Thank you, Miss Medina.
As we wrap up the school year, we want to remind you reading is probably the most important activity you can do this summer. There are many reasons why you should read over the summer, and here are the top 10 reasons. Number 10, someone gave you a list with a bunch of book titles on it. Number 9, a book will never give you a sunburn. Number 8, you can read and eat ice cream at the same time. 7, you can read on anything. Number 6, you can read anywhere. Number 5, it's free. Number 4, you can read when you want to be alone. Number 3, you can read when you want to be with a friend. Number 2, reading is exercise for your brain. And the number 1 reason to read this summer, you just might like it.
June 21st is officially the first day of summer, but in early June, we already had temperatures well above normal, along with rain and humidity. Our meteorologist, Adam, will let us know if we are in store for a hot summer.
This summer looks like a hot one. This is Adam, your meteorologist here. According to the Farmer's Almanac, White Plains and the rest of the Northeast will have warm temperatures and average rainfall. To the south of our area, it will be very hot, with normal rainfall and thunder showers. In the Midwest, there will be sweltering and muggy temperatures with thunderstorms. In the Northwest, it will be dry and pleasant, but there will be no relief of the drought in the Southwest. It will continue to be hot and dry all summer. This is Adam reporting from Highlands Digital News.
This brings us to the end of our broadcast. To celebrate our 5th year in production, you will see Highlands Digital News over the years in our ending credits. Thanks for watching. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Maeve.
Have a great summer.